Good morning, viewers across the continent of Africa and those watching across the globe. Thank you very much for watching Punchline. You have been having the first part of our show in Good Morning Africa, coming to you from Nairobi studios in the general headquarters of Punchline Africa Television. I'm not there myself, and I will be there if there is a situation that warrants me to be in that studio. Thank you very much, viewers. I want to tell you that President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has 30 days to leave office, but he cannot perform duties after elections of 2022. That is fact. But he can't perform, he can't send the army outside to fight anybody. He can't make appointments. He can't make changes. He can't unless there is, and I repeat, unless there is something that warrants an emergency. The law is very clear. The first 14 days, we'll see whether there are petitions. Then the second 15 days is preparation of the swearing in if there are no petitions, or if there is a rerun or a runoff. So that is the situation. There is no sideways. There is no other alternative. That's the route. President Uhuru Kenyatta and the current administration will hand over power 30 days from now, if there is a conclusive exercise that removes all obstacles, challenges, petitions on the presidential docket. Thank you very much, and that is what I wanted to clarify. Secondly, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you for having taken part in our 4 years and in our struggle to defend President and the legacy. His Excellency, the legacy of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, cannot just be underrated, undermined, but it has to be kept in the books of history. At a certain stage, there will be, and it has to be, a history that will be read and made for having been part and parcel of the legacy of the people of Kenya. The construction of the roads, the infrastructure, the hospitals, the schools, the COVID-19 measures that were put in place that saved millions and millions. You remember many millions across the globe. People died. But you needed good leadership of President Uhuru Kenyatta to make sure that we go through what we went through. And we thank you very much, Your Excellency President, for that tenacity of which you have been very able to maintain this state without any much casualties. There were people who died, may their souls rest in peace. But Mr. President, you have done a very good job, fantastic job in making sure that there is someone somewhere smiling. The lady who was smiling, which was in the story that was done and read by Miriam in the first phase of our bulletin, is a good example that he is coming back, and people are coming back and remembering that President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is indeed a person who has tried to deliver the best of the people for the people of Kenya. Another point that I wanted to make, clarify before I do my takeaway and allow people to make comments, is the question of serious interventions. There are people, and I heard Gladwell saying exactly what I would think, that in any community there are rules of engagement. Insulting a leader in rules in other places is like an abomination. The current sparks that are being aimed at President Uhuru Kenyatta, and yet he is not able to answer as a head of state, are aimed at dismembering this country called Kenya. And it is up to you people. It's not me. You don't bring your kivuri kwa television yangu. Wale wenye wanaandika wanaweza andika. I'm not bothered. It is very, very important that people have got to learn that whether Kenyatta is here or not, Kenya has to move. People have to work. People have to continue to do the things that we are going to do. Any government coming in power cannot work in isolation. Whether it is Raila Odinga or it is William Ruto, they can't work in isolation. So we should give the presidency respect, and that respect must be given to the presidency. It must not be that you belittle the presidency. You cannot, and then we watch you belittle the presidency. Those behaviors are not very good for democracy that is evolving in Africa. Point number 3, the question of screaming headlines that are all the time making, and I want to make it categorical and very clear here, that I've been telling you, whether you like it or you don't like, I'm not in the mood today or tomorrow to please people who don't want to be pleased. It is 53%. You can go and go to Angel Gabriel, -2 + 2. Why is it that then all of you on the panel, you see everybody is coming to the same? But I've done it for almost 6 months. I told you the election of this Kenya will be won by about 53%. Why is it that everybody calculates and comes around there? If you add the 10% that is undecided to 45, you get 55 -2 or +2. If you add 43, of which Ruto has, and put 10% on Ruto, you will come to the same figure if he gets all the undecided. Therefore, have I been wrong? Each way, whatever looking at the demographics of the nation called Kenya, the voting patterns of the nation called Kenya, if you're a good researcher with a very good bright brain, you sit down and look at the figures. I don't need to even argue with anybody on the figures. I told you this election will be won around 53 -2 or +2. And that is where we are heading. It is only 1 week from now that I will come back here on Thursday and tell you if the 10% of the elections that we see now, 10 undecided percent of the people, or 9% undecided, if they don't turn out, if the voter turnout does not come to 70%, if the voter turnout drops, still Raila Amolo Odinga in this election will be ahead of William Samoei Ruto. Thank you very much. Viewers, those are the points that I wanted from the editor's memo to clarify. Thank you. And then any comments from what I have said. And what I've said adds to what we call just a vote. Just a vote. Can you try my magic, Gladwell Kirago? Just a vote can do what? Gladwell. Gladwell Clarku.
Doc, what you said is very true. I have nothing to add.
I'm saying on the topic, just a vote, because this is editor's memo, just a vote can do what? I'm trying to discover a magic.
As for how I understand the statement, just a vote can ruin the country, or just a vote can make our country in the Kenyans' hands.
Thank you very much. Just one vote. So this week, our theme is just that vote. Just one vote. You got it very right. Just one vote. Thank you very much. Always keep that in your mind, that it is just one vote. It will now. Thank you very much. Wherever you are, what is your comment? Just one vote.
One vote can guess.
Yes.
I'm in a nice place, maybe this one for campaigning. Just a vote can change a matrix of the whole percentage. We have had some close competition in certain areas, but by merely one vote that was silent somewhere, if it is cast, it can cause a whole difference of the matrix or the percentages that we are expecting. So I was somewhere in Roysambu this morning. I was listening to some guys collecting garbage. They come from Gladwell's region. I was listening to their views. I was behind somewhere, they were not seeing me. They are silently in Azimio. Some of them were singing Azimio songs in political rallies. So I think those are some of the silent votes that you are talking about, the 10%. Maybe they have not been captured maybe in the opinion poll. So I hope as we head towards the hope stretch and the voting day, things will be different by tarehe 11.
Okay. Thank you very much, Paul Enyango. You are right. One vote can change the matrix. Also, one vote can stop thieves. Yes, one vote. So wake up, tell your people. That's the message we want now to be doing on this television. We have done a lot of talking or broadcasting or presentation of showbiz, but now the message has to be one vote towards the stretch. Vote for Raila Amolo Odinga and the company. You will not regret. Tanui in Nakuru.
Thank you so much, Daktari. One vote is very important. One vote is what it has made former Prime Minister Raila Odinga to tour Nandi Hills, to tour Eldoret, seeking for this one vote. This one vote is what we are preaching in all the social media platforms. This is one vote that can send these people to committee. That is why we have come up with so many initiatives. In social media, we are requesting people to now pembeleza what. So this one vote can give us victory. And this one vote can make us actually to realize and to continue with the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the same vein, the editor's memo would like to look at the closure of schools and the closure of schools, and there is an announcement by the Honorable Minister CS of Education that, as you are aware, they scheduled to conduct a national elections and with the immediate closure of all basic education institutions with effect from Tuesday 2nd August until Wednesday 10th August 2022. So if you have a child in school, you better run tomorrow to go and take that child away from school. For those of you who have children who are at school, plan now. That is an announcement that has just come a few minutes ago by the Ministry of Education. Plan to remove your child from school right now, wherever you be with your child in the safest environment, wherever you are. Not because there is anything wrong, but it's better to go now. Thank you very much. That is what has just come out of the briefing that the Minister of Education has just given to the Minister of Education has just given to journalists and to us right now in Kenya. And thank you very much. That is so far Keptanui, Gladwell, and Paulo Nyango, you're right. One vote changes the matrix. And call on people, call your neighbor, call your brother, call your sick. If it's sick, arrange now transport to make sure that on Tuesday morning, get a whistle and go and vote. And vote and vote and vote as meal. Wherever you are, one vote can change the matrix. Thank you. Take away now my take, if the studio is ready. I want to thank you very much, first of all, for all your participation in this exercise. Thank you. Studio, my take. If you are ready, give me the signal on the screen. Okay. Thank you very much, Kenyans. As you go to the polls, there are stark differences between the two candidates. The candidature of William Samoei Ruto and the candidature of Raila Amolo Odinga. The stark difference is very clear that Raila Amolo Odinga represents liberation credentials, democratic credentials, versus William Samoei Ruto, who represent convicts. William Samoei Ruto and Kachagwa are both convicted by the courts in Kenya. Mr. William Samoei Ruto was convicted for having taken Mr. Muteshi's land. He has never appealed about the convict. He remains convicted. There is no appeal that has been successful. If the appeal is in the process, he remains a convict. Mr. Rigathi Gachagua remains a convict in the same judiciary of the Republic of Kenya that has convicted him of having got the money illegally through corruption. He remains a convict, whether he's on appeal or not. He has been convicted by the judiciary. Has it come to your notice as you people, as people in Kenya go to the voting? Can it be said that sane people can see the difference between a convict and a liberator? The convicts are on the other ticket of Kenya Kwanza, and the liberators and democratic people who have integrity are on this side of Azimio la Umoja Kenya Alliance. Is it not a very clear message that you can see the difference between the two candidates and their candidature and their manifesto? The one on Kenya Kwanza represents Captain Rugard manifesto of registering Kenya as an enterprise, a company to be bought, to sell, to export, and to some extent, to talk about money, generate money. Captain Rugard arrived at the port of Mombasa and registered Kenya as a company in the stock exchange of United Kingdom. When you look at the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, you find traits of Captain Rugard. They talk about money, which is not available. They talk about how they will trade, it's not available. They talk about, they never explained what a bottom up. Where will you get the money? How do you get it? Have you got an injection pump that will pump any money in the economy? Fellow Africans and the Kenyans in particular who have the right to vote, look at the manifesto of Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Alliance. The men, the integrity, the women behind this Azimio la Umoja. It gives hope, the hope for the future, the hope that one day a country like Kenya will be built on a model, a country that everybody in Africa hopes can be the model of Africa, a country that above all has been an island of peace. The message resonates very well with the tenets of freedom, integrity, African unity, integration, which is the norm for the entire Africa. Therefore, we in Africa, we Africans are proud to be associated with His Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga's vision of an integrated Africa, East Africa, an integrated United Kenya, delivering itself in Vision 2030. I thank you very much, Kenyans, as you start your journey towards election on 9th of August. Take a leaf and look at the candidature. One represents convicts who have been convicted by the courts of Kenya, and the other one represents clean men who have come before you. If that is not good enough, that you want to elect people who will again go to the same court and perhaps harass the same court for having not taken their petition, it remains a puzzle for me that I can't comprehend anything more than just to say, wake up on Tuesday, vote the thieves out of Kenya. Thank you. Take your message and take this message to everybody peacefully. Vote and vote peacefully. Allow the IEBC to announce the results. Thank you very much, viewers. I'm Dr. David Matanga, the chairman of Punchline Africa Television Pan-African Forum, the chairman and founder of the Legacy Trend, and above all, Pan-Africa, myself. Thank you.